Hi, my name's Jonathan Richardson and I'm presenting on the Lloyds Banking Group By Your Side ad campaign, which aired from Saturday, 8th of April 2017. Lloyds Bank has been a staple of the British economy since as far back as 1765. Lloyds Banking Group, however, was formed in 2009, merging with HBOS and collectively being made up of Lloyds, Halifax, Bank of Scotland and Scottish Widows. Within the banking market in the UK, the market consists of a few large banks, which also includes the Lloyds Banking Group. The main competitors are Barclays, Royal Bank of Scotland, HSBC, Nationwide, TSB Bank, Cooperative Bank and Santander. Figures are based on stats from Statista representing the UK banking market share through current accounts in 2014. The statistics show that in 2014, the Lloyds Banking Group had the leading amount of current accounts in the market, but have close competition from other UK banks in the sector. Financial adverts are important forms of communications, making the consumer aware of financial products and altering their opinions on the financial market. In ad campaigns, financial organisations adopt consumer theory to sway the consumer's decision making. A well-known theory in consumer decision making is the attitude theory. Consumer attitude is defined by Dr. Lars Pern in 2010 as a composite of consumers' beliefs, feelings, and behavioural intentions towards some objects within the context of marketing. The attitudes of the consumer are formed by experiences and what they have learned in the past. One of the theories behind consumer attitude was developed by Daniel Katz. He developed the theory to explain how attitude facilitates social behaviour. Daniel Katz identified several attitude functions, which were utilitarian function of attitude, which relates to the basics of consumer attitude, which are principles of reward and punishment. The value expression function relates heavily towards how a consumer portrays themselves, focusing mainly on lifestyle and how the consumer socially identifies themselves. Ego-defensive functions of attitude exist to protect the consumer from threats and feelings, internally and externally, developing perceptions around products or services. The knowledge function demonstrates attitudes which are formed because of the consumer wanting order, structure, or meaning within their lifestyles. When the knowledge function is adopted, it is easier for the consumer to purchase brands they are loyal to instead of purchasing newer products which they are less familiar with. The theory can be applied to many adverts, including financial ads. An attitude function can serve more than one function. Katz believes one function should be dominant in the consumer's attitudes towards the brand or product. Understanding this, however, allows the organisation to adopt this trend in advertisement to change the consumer's attitude towards the brand or product. Another theory which brands adopt in advertisement is the long-term memory theory, provoking the consumer's happy memories to sell products and create brand awareness. Adverts can subconsciously target the consumer's long-term memory to sell products or services. They can take advantage of the consumer's procedural or declarative memory. Procedural memories represent memories which perform specific functions like tying your shoelace. Procedural memory is unconscious memories that the consumer has learnt from childhood. The memory can be recited, however, when the task was learnt is unclear to the consumer. Declarative memory are explicit memories that provokes the consumer's emotional responses. Some psychologists believe that the declarative memory is learnt through being novel and focusing on attention to detail. In declarative memory, there are two subcategories, semantic and episodic. Semantic memory. Semantic memory consists of facts and figures like names and ages or cities like London. Episodic memory. Episodic memory refers to the temporary emotional events or episodes. An example of this may be a child's birth or a wedding. These are memories which are produced by significant events to an individual person. Brands aim to jog the consumer's memory with symbolic items in their advertisements to link campaigns and products to certain brands. Lloyds Banking Group's ads campaign in April 2017 was called Stand By You, and it stood for the banking group standing by the side of British people and businesses for over 250 years. The ad campaign ran across several media vehicles: TV, digital, print, billboards and social media. The ad focused strongly on the British community, showing the change in ordinary British people's lives, referring to the struggles British people have had in wars, family life or the Industrial Revolution. using their iconic brand image, which is the black horse running through different scenarios, to represent their brand offering financial support for the last 250 years. Along with the iconic horse, the ad also featured a well-known British song famously covered and sampled by many British artists to display the change in which the song and Britain had been through over the viewer's lifespan. The ad, which was featured on TV, digital, and print, featured Cat's theory by addressing the knowledge of Lloyds consumers, addressing that the bank had been a part of lives for 250 years, promoting the British consumers' loyalty to the brand. The advert also aims to transform the consumer's ego-defensive attitude function by addressing the dedicated past to the British economy, to promote the bank's credibility following the bad attitude UK consumers adopted in the 2007 to 2008 banking crisis. The ad mainly uses the episodic memory to relate to experiences the UK consumer has been through throughout history. They refer to World War One, the British Industrial Revolution, and steps in life which the consumer may take. For example, starting a family portrayed through a woman breastfeeding. All of the above relate to certain experiences in the consumer's lifetime, which they can be emotionally connected to. Lloyds also use a relatable song that the viewers can gain a sense of comfort from. Mixed with a voiceover, Lloyds effectively relates and portrays the message that they stand by the consumer through thick and thin in their lifestyles. As part of the campaign, Lloyds also used billboards and print to portray their Stand By You message. The message in the print advertisement used episodic memory to again connect emotionally with the consumer to support the video advert. The advert features the symbolic horse, which allows the consumer to visually connect with the brand. The advert also features fields and rain. This is a common location and weather which relate to the UK. This suggests episodic connections with familiar surroundings and weather content. However, it shows a young boy and an older man working despite the weather, showing the resilience to breaking the relationship between the bank and the UK no matter what. A main competitor of Lloyds Banking Group is HSBC. They use similar theories in their adverts to portray messages and connect with the consumer. HSBC released an advert in 2017 which aired on TV, print and digital, addressing Britain as a global citizen, taking a political standing point on Brexit throughout the advert using a well-known British comedian, Richard Ayoade. In the advert, Richard Ayoade refers to products and their nationalities. This connects specifically with the viewer's semantic memory by addressing the locations and their episodic memory through using the products displayed. HSBC's aim of the advert is to reflect 152 years of trading with the aim to continue post-Brexit. The advert connects with viewers through visual products, linking them to places, effectively addressing common household items the consumer takes for granted. In comparison with the Lloyds Stand By You advert, it connects less with episodes in the consumer's lifestyle, which could be seen as more important. When Lloyds connects with the consumer, it embraces their emotional challenge, changing the viewer's attitude, using knowledge and ego defensive functions of the consumer's mind. Unlike HSBC, who use various popular products to relate with the British viewer, the Lloyds advert also embraces being proud of the British culture, much more than the HSBC advert showing everyday items rather than specific events and symbolic gestures of the British spirit. The Lloyds Banking Group advert addresses the attitude of the British public successfully to transform their views from the banking crisis, using the voiceover to portray being a part of Britain for over 250 years. However, the advert addresses the long-term memory of the consumer much better than the attitude of the consumer, using emotionally iconic moments in the consumer's lives and the iconic horse to represent the brand. Throughout testing, Lloyds said that the horse was 94% recognisable alongside the brand logos like Apple and Nike. With the advert, Lloyds aimed not to sugarcoat real life and to portray real events, successfully connecting the consumer and their episodic memories. The advert was extremely successful at describing the dramatic journey through Britain. Overall, the campaign achieved a good level of cut-through according to YouGov. Lloyd's ad awareness score was significantly risen with plus 35 people considering becoming a customer of the Lloyds Banking Group from plus 25. The campaign was ultimately a success in showing elements of the attitude and long-term memory theories to connect with the viewer. Thank you for watching.